Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time, you're welcome. I'm always glad to have new people join and get information from my YouTube, you know. So I'm glad to have you here and I hope that you stick around and find out and find out the vital information I'm going to be sharing here. And also I hope that you subscribe. I also hope that you share it to your friends or people that you think, this video is going to be beneficial to, right? So and the last video I made was on SI documents requirements, etc., and I basically got like multiple questions about the video and etc. I mean, just based on the questions I've gotten in the comments, I'm just going to make a video basically like buttressing everything that I've said, and specifically like having like a walkthrough video instead. So today I'm going to be walking you through the SI website, where to find the documents, how to fill. And also some people actually reached out and were like, maybe the document wasn't opening or they don't know how to fill it. I mean, in the sense that like they are not able to fill it in, like it's not clicking or something like that. But we're going to fix all of those things today, so that's why I'm here. And I'm going to be basically sharing my screen so you would see everything. A new browser, and I'm going to type SISGP. So this is it. Exactly. Okay. All right. So once again, these are the countries that are eligible for the master's program. We already talked about this in like I think my very first video. And then yeah, application for SI scholarship opens in February. We'll see more about that shortly. Exactly. So 10th of February to 26th of February, that is when the application portal is going to open. And then university admission, they're going to announce the results for your applications on the 27th of March. And then SI scholarship is going to, the announcement day, yeah, 24th of April. I'm pretty sure that by now, we've all submitted our application, right? So yeah. Yeah, so this is where it starts. Let me move my video to the side. Okay, so it says here that to be eligible for the scholarship, you must have work experience that has been established already. However, you don't need to be employed at the time of the application. So you don't have to worry that, oh, but I'm currently not employed at the point, you're applying, it's okay, right? As far as you can prove that, you have your work experience. Yeah, so I said in the previous video as well, these are the applicants who are from this country, Rwanda, etc., Mexico, Nigeria, Peru, Philippines. You must have at least 3,000 work hours. So that's the least that you can have. You can have above that, but you can't have below that, right? Okay, yeah, I wanted to point this out as well. So it says that the leadership experience has no requirements regarding the minimum number of work hours. You know the way the work experience for some countries you have to have at least 3,000 work hours. For the leadership experience, there is no minimum or maximum. However, priority will be given to applicants that have that have demonstrated strong, relevant leadership experience from employment. So basically, I think the advice is going to be that you have to get one, at least one of your leadership experience should be from work. Both can be from work, but I mean, according to what you're saying here, at least one should be from work, and then the other one could be from any other organization or church, non NGOs, etc., volunteer, work and stuff like that. So you're not eligible for the scholarship if any of these things, if you fall under any of these categories, or you've done any of these things. And then let's dive into, part of the matters why we are here. So this is where you find the documents. We already did number 1 and we're on number 2. So you're going to click here, apply for a global professional scholarship. Yes, and then click on templates. So as I would always say, please read the instructions. Like, I can't overemphasize that. Like, I'm just going through because I don't want to have to start reading everything. You can read that on your own, right? You have to provide the CV, and the CV should not exceed 3 pages. I said in the previous video, it shouldn't exceed 3 pages, and ensure that you select relevant experiences for your application. Additional pages or additional things will not be allowed, just 3 pages. Now let's go through it. So I'm going to click on this and then I'm going to open it. Mm, enable editing. Okay. Literally, please, guys, like, please read all the instructions. So you're not supposed to do what this means. Alterations will render your application ineligible. So say you have, I'll show you below, right? They already have specific headings and the way they arrange it. Don't move it according to say, oh, I want this to come first and I want this to come last. No, they did not send you to do that, please, right? So just leave it the way it is. Just edit as necessary and then fill it. Don't move, don't add your own stuff to it. I'm going to show you so you see that. And then again, it mustn't exceed 3 pages. And then once you're done, you have to convert. Once you're done filling and all of those things, you have to convert the PDF. You have to convert the Word document to PDF. So if you're using a Mac computer and you're unable to click on the drop down list, try filling out the CV on a PC. Another thing I want to add is don't try to fill this thing on your phone. It's not going to work. I promise you that. I promise you. So if you're even having issues with your Mac or something, try to fill it on your PC. Try to get someone's PC or something and try to fill it out. Because I know some people actually reached out to me saying, oh, they've converted, they did everything, but it's not opening. So this is probably what you need. You need to use a PC and you need to open it on your laptop. Okay, so I have my own here open, so I'm just going to be using that as a guide. So obviously, you have to. So when they say alteration, it means don't move something, don't put what they did not ask you to put, etc. But it doesn't mean you can't replace this with your name. It doesn't mean you can't replace this with your surname. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is just a template to guide you on the specifics that they actually require from you. And here as well, you're supposed to replace with your current residential address before I bite myself, your house number, your street name, your city. Just do it exact. So say here now, um, my city, Kalma, Kalma, my postcode, let me just put something, 99, and say my country is Sweden. Okay? So that's what you're supposed to do, not move things around or etc. So let me even just leave it like that. It's okay. Then you enter your phone number and all of those things. Then here, your sex, you can, yeah. So this, you are not going to, the way we edited this part and then filled it out, you're not doing that here. You just click on it and then you pick female or you pick male. Okay. And then for your date of birth, this one you have to type it. We are born 1996. Months, January, let's use today's date, 21st, right? So somebody asked if they can have the month first. No, this is the way they've left it, is the way you should leave it. Please, I beg you. That's the same way you should leave it there, right? Just to do it according to what they want you to do. Following instructions is very important. Another thing I want to point out here before I move to the next thing is, so you're going to replace this with the dates. So say okay, let me get my phone. Replace with dates. So it's going to be, this was what I did anyway. So I did November 2022. So say yours is 2021 or 2019 or 2014. This is just a guide, right? And then you're still working there. Then I did till dates. If you're no longer working, say you stopped working December for some reason or the other, December 2024. Simple. But if you're still working, you put your date, right? And in this part where they say replace with occupation or position held, you're supposed to replace it with your job title as it implies, right? So you work as the HR, or let me use junior engineer. I don't know if that's an actual job title, junior engineer or customer support personnel or something like that. Then this place that says replace with employee's name and locality, right? I was also confused as well. I thought they were requesting for my employee's name, but it actually means that, I mean, according to what I did again, I wrote the name of my company instead. Say you work for um XYZ Limited, XYZ Limited. You're going to do that. And then if you have a website, I added a website. So say the website is xyz.com or xyz blah blah blah, blah etc. They're also going to add that. Then you replace this part with your responsibilities. For me, I had one because you have to, you can't exit 3 pages. So you have to be careful with what you're adding. So I added just like one, two, four key points. So try to put salient points, like things that basically captures what you do. You don't have the luxury of space to write, the way it is in your CV, normal, your usual CV, copy and paste. No, you have to think of how to merge it and how to make it make sense, with just limited space that you have. Then this place, let me open my phone. Then this place, it says the industry sector. So you're going to replace with the type of industry or sector. My last place was an e-commerce company. So say yours, yeah, e-commerce. Say yours is maybe yours is manufacturing sector or any other sector, agricultural sector. So you're going to change this to fit that. Then brief description of your organization. So what does your organization do? What do they do? You're going to just briefly talk about it. How many employees, etc. Just try to manage this place. Then SDG, I always talk about SDG. And even if you check the SISGP at the beginning, you see that everything that is basically about like SDGs, like contributing to sustainable development goals. So let me show you again. So you're not going to clear these parts. No, you're going to click on this and then select. So for me, let me check. Yeah. For me, I worked as an HR, and then the most suitable SDG was decent work and economic growth. So say yours is sustainable cities, or say yours is reduced inequalities or gender equality. Basically, whatever role that you function in, think about, or if you even want to help yourself, just go and type SDG goals. I think all 16 or all 17 of them will come out. So you can understand, you can read and understand, or which one actually suits what I'm doing better. So I'm going to leave it to reduce inequalities. Yeah. So you're going to do this for everything. There are 3 different um work experience sections for you to fill here. So say you only have 2, then you're going to remove this one like this. You remove it. You get exactly. But if you have 3, then you fill all 3. They wrote 3 here, so you can't fill 4. Do you understand? Just the 3. Then moving to the next part. The next part is on education and training. So you do the same thing, replace this with the dates, you replace this with qualification. Why am I biting myself? Your qualification. So bachelor's of science in industrial relations and human resource management, that was what I did. Or maybe yours was in agricultural science, or yours was in business administration, or yours was in cyber security or management information system. You write it there. Then you also replace this with your school, right? Covenant University, and then the country, right? You add it there, or yours is Unilag, Olabisi Onabanjo University, etc. Then you replace this with a list of principal subjects covered or skills acquired. So for me, it basically means that you are adding the relevant courses that you did at school. So for me, I added emotional intelligence, comparative industrial relations, systems and theories, business communications, and the major. Then you also have to choose an SDG here. Then you click on this place. I studied HR, so it was decent work and economic growth. That was what I added. So the next one is replace with qualification awarded. So you're going to replace this with awards you've been awarded, maybe during your bachelor's, or maybe you took some extra courses or elsewhere, etc. You do the same thing. If you only have one, just add one and X the other one. Then network and civil society engagement apart from work. So every other thing you did apart from work, say you served at a church, you volunteered for an NGO, all of those things, right? So for me, what I added was my church, right? I was, as I said, I worked as the I served as the youth protocol executive and other roles. Then I also was a part of my school's and my course association. So I added it as well. So you do the same, you replace it with the name, the tax that you did. And then I think here is even a bit different. So you describe what the organization also does, what you did, how many members. You also talk about, oh, I can't click. Okay, yeah, it's just here. Describe, can you see what I've highlighted? So it says, describe the outcome with concrete data, statistics supporting the outcome. So where is mine? Yeah, so what I wrote was one main achievement with IROMSA was organizing a town and gown seminar with 75% of students in attendance, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so you do the same for you for yours as well. So where you served at, maybe you brought an idea and then you saw through to it, or you did something, you organized an event, or you contributed, even if you're not the one who initiated it, but you're a part of something. So you add that. It's all about how you know, articulate your words, write it down, and make it make sense. Then I'm going to move. So, have you been awarded any other scholarships in the past? Any awards in the past, either from work, from school, from church, from etc. So I actually had two from my school. So I added the two there. I had special recognition award, assistant head of ushering units, and I also had female executive award of the year. So I added them here. So if yours was from work, it was from your church, it was from your school, you add it here. But in all you're doing, you shouldn't exceed 3 pages. You shouldn't exceed 3 pages. And then for those who are asking if the instruction page should be there, obviously not. It shouldn't be there because obviously if you add it, I mean, it's already taking about 1 page. So you won't even have space to add relevant information. So obviously don't add it there. Then say, let's assume you filled everything, you filled all of these things now. What you're going to do next is come here, come to file. I didn't even know about this when I was doing mine. I used I love PDF instead. Come here, then I wanted to show on my desktop. Then this is the way you can convert it from Word documents to PDF. Then you click on PDF. Then you click on save. Then it opens, it's going to open very quickly. Simple. So you can see the changes I made, they're already there. So that's going to be the same for you. If you already have maybe something else you use, maybe you like using Adobe PDF, you can use that, but this is very easy to use. Let's move very quickly to templates for proof of work and leadership experience. So I have downloaded that and I'm going to open it now. So now it's open. And as I will always say, please read instructions. It's very important. It's very, very important. Don't rush. Honestly, it's not the time for you to rush. I'm not going to lie. So read the instructions very carefully. I can't go through all the instructions here, but here you have it. You can read them. I'm just going to go through like the main points. So these templates is for your work and leadership experience. It's for your proof of work and leadership experience, right? And this is how to fill the form here. So as I said, for countries that we saw earlier, like Nigeria, Peru, etc., you have to have at least 3,000 work hours. So it says you can submit up to 3 work experience forms to verify up to 3 different work experiences. You can submit up to 2 leadership experience forms to verify up to 2 different leadership experiences. And I said in my previous video, on my CV, in my CV rather, I had 3 different work experiences. But for this form, I submitted 2 work experience and 2 leadership experiences, right? So, and I always advise, if possible, please try not to use
just one leader, just one work experience. I don't know. It's just I just really feel like I don't know. Except obviously you can really prove that, oh, you've been working at this company for years and maybe you were promoted, this significant change, etc. But if possible, if you have two different work experiences, and even if you have up to three, you can use it as well. Mm, then let me just go straight to this part. So requirement and submission, because of the way the form is built up, the section where your referee should put their stamp might end up on its own page, a second page. This is not a problem. Interesting. I don't think this was there for mine. That's interesting. That's good. Okay. Then what else do I want to point out here? Okay. If your employer does not have any stamp, we recommend that you provide proof of work experience from another organization. Because I know some people have asked me this question. Like, and to be very honest, stamp is not hard to get. Like, if your company doesn't have a stamp, oh, speak to your manager or speak to your boss, oh, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to need stamp to verify that, everything I'm seeing is legit, right? You see all this printing, all these people that print and stuff like that, meet them. As far as you're not doing it on your own, you get your boss's approval, right? Give them designs, how you want it to look, etc. And then you do it. It takes maybe 3 days or something, or 2 days. If they even have your time, in a day, they can fix it, I believe, in a day or 2 days, honestly. So just try to get a stamp. And then continuation, if you're not able to get a traditional stamp for your reference letter, you could explore the possibility to sign the document with a digital signature or stamp. However, please note that a traditional stamp is preferred. I feel like they are honestly just pretty clear here. But except like you don't have any means at all. Maybe, oh, you're working for an international company and they're not present in your home country and they're not allowing you to get the stamp by yourself, stuff like that. Then you can do that. But if you are in Peru, your company is in Peru, you're in Nigeria, your company is in Nigeria, Nigeria, no, you don't have any excuse. I'm so sorry to not get the stamp. Um, if it is the only work experience you have, we may accept an official stamp from a notary office for those asking about this. However, your referee still needs to fill in the template and sign it on behalf of the organization. You can read that. I think that clears out the part where people are asking questions about notary, etc. And here, just saying that they carry out random checks to actually scrutinize and ensure that you're not providing false information. Please, guys, don't do that. Don't provide false information or fabricated documents. And if you have any question, you can always reach out to them. So yeah, so a lot of people have also like asked questions about, oh, they can't fill the form is not clickable or is not linking. I said previously, don't you can't fill this form on your phone. It's not even advisable. And if you're having issues maybe with your MacBook, try a normal PC, right? So you come here, it says the first name of applicant as written in the passport. So say your first name is Alex. It's okay if you click on it and you're not seeing your course or something. You just do your thing. And then your surname is Owonikoko. Owonikoko. I'm just saying Owonikoko. And then your date of birth, you see in this order, and then your citizenship. I don't want to spend so much time. So this is how you feel everything. There is nothing wrong with this box. It's working. I tell you. And then yeah, that's good. So somebody also asked on work specific tasks. So here you only have maximum of 250 characters. I really implore that if you want to fill this part, according to what I did, I opened a separate Word document and I typed my the major specific tasks that are important. I typed them and I ensured that they were not above 250 characters. If possible, save. right below. I think I even had below 250 characters, right? So just pick the main things, right? Oh, I led HR operations, or I led the customer support team. I provided, I guided, I initiated, just key things. You don't have to, they already have your CV, to be honest. So you don't have to say so much here. So let me just write, say I led the HR operations in Ghana and Nigeria. Okay. Then the type of work, for people asking, oh, is internship also like a part of work? Of course it is. So we're going to click on this place now. Here, you're not clearing, you're clicking on this part. Choose one item here. Click on the drop down. Employment, involvement in networks or civil society, studies, volunteering, internship, student organization, or others. So I'm going to click on internship. Okay, so that is that. And then here you have, sorry, here you have the signature, the dates, place, city, etc. And then here you have the stamp. Also ensure that it doesn't exceed this page. This work experience form is only one page. So everything you are writing mustn't exceed this one, this page like this. Then you do the same thing for leadership experience. So to obviously say you're providing three work experiences, all you have to do is you duplicate this page. You're providing, so you duplicate this page, right? That's basically it. I really hope this is clear enough for people who have asked about this. If employment, you click here, main leadership responsibility. This one is for the leadership experience form. So what was your main leadership responsibility? Were you supervising other people, deciding on the budgets? Let me choose teaching students or holding training courses. So here is that. And then, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, let me show you. I went to File. I clicked on Save As, Browse. I want it to be saved on my desktop. Then you see here, it was Word documents. You come here and click on PDF, save. It's going to open. Awesome. Yeah, so let me move to see, it's reflecting Alex Owonikoko, etc. Alex Owonikoko, internship, I led the HR. So this is how it's going to show. So you don't have to worry about the blue boxes not showing and stuff like that. So obviously you're supposed to have removed this page. You're supposed to have removed this page and say maybe you can't remove it for one reason or the other, but you should be able to remove it. If you're printing it out, you simply don't print the page. It's as easy as that. Don't stress yourself. You're printing it out after you converted it to PDF. You simply just don't print and then you start from here. Okay, so now we move to letter of references. So we started with CV, proof of work, and leadership experience. Then it says you're required to submit two letters of references from two different references. One of the letters must be based on work experience. So please ensure that one of them is based on work experience. The second letter can be based on work experience as well. So you have to from work or engagements outside of work. Note, it is a merit if the second letter is based on your involvement in networks or civil society organizations outside of work. So they are advising that one should be from work and then one should be outside of work. For me as well, I got one from work and I got one from church. So let's download this and then open it. Okay. As I always say, it's very good to read the instructions. So these are the instructions as well. Who can fill it, etc. I already talked about this before. But what I will always say is that don't leave it to your referee to fill it alone. You know what you're looking for. You probably know better how to put your words together or something. So even if it's the reference, if it's the work and leadership, etc., work with the person. Don't just say, oh, this is it, and then yeah, you leave it to them. No, work together. Work together with the person. Work together with the person. You know? Exactly. And make them understand the whole SI, thing, make them understand what it's about, and all of those things. Okay, so yeah, please read this. I don't want to waste so much time. But the point is, any additional pages will be disregarded, right? What else? Submission. Kindly note that when the letter of reference stretches to 2 pages, the referee signature and the official stamp of the referring organization or notary office are required at the bottom of both pages. So they are saying that, let me come here. They are saying that this is 2 pages, 2 pages maximum, including this page. That means this page. So even if you write, and I get to 2 pages, ensure that the date and place, signature of reference, and the official stamp is covered under the 2 pages. Do you understand? So don't have these parts on a third page. No, let it be on the page, because honestly, imagine this being on a third page or extra page. It's giving, oh, maybe your employer doesn't even know what you wrote there, or you wrote it by yourself, or somebody just made it up, or I don't know, I'm just assuming, or you lied and then you just got their stamp on a different sheet. Do you get what I mean? So ensure that it's on the same page. What other instruction is here? Mm, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to come here. So again, just going to do the same thing I did in the previous ones. You just click on this and then you write your first name. Say your first name is Sarah, and then your last name is Michael. Okay. Your date of birth, 1998. The month, you're born in January. Yeah, exactly. So it should be this way. It shouldn't be month first or date first. And then your citizenship. Say you're Nigerian. So this is how you feel everything, and then the name of reference, of the full name of your referee rather. Sorry about that. So say it's Titi Olaoluwa Ola. Well, you get the gist. This is how it's supposed to be. Everything, the title, the email address. So here ahead, somebody asks, preferably work email. Yeah, but if the person doesn't have a work email, use their email like that. For me, my boss had work email. The two work experiences that I submitted, they had work email. And then my reference as well. But for my pastor, he didn't have a work email, or he doesn't have a work email. So I just use his email. I use his normal email, right? Yeah. So that was what I did. Although they prefer the work email, but the person that you're using as their reference doesn't have. So you have to use what they have. And then the telephone number. And here you choose what the reference letter is based on. Is it employment? Is it um, studies? Say employment, right? Yeah. So I think, I think, I think, I think, I think, I think this is like basically everything. Okay, maybe to this part. So these are the questions the person will be answering, and they just type here. These are the questions we'll be answering. How would an ESA scholarship for master studies in Sweden enhance the applicant's capacity for professional and academic growth? So your referee will answer that. So I actually had a live session where I like talked about this, and yeah, I like to go live again. But yeah, so they have to answer this. How many questions? One, two, three, just 3 questions and then one additional remark. Yeah, so I'm just going to answer one of this based on what I wrote. Okay, so for my work here, it says the SI scholarship presents an exceptional opportunity for Atinike to enhance her capacity for both professional and academic growth. Atinike has demonstrated a strong commitment to personal and professional development throughout her tenure at Duke. Her dedication, her enthusiasm, and drive to excel have been evident in her work, and I believe she would bring the same level of diligence and ambition to her studies in Sweden. Studying in Sweden would offer her access to world-class academic programs, cutting-edge research facilities, and a vibrant international community. The diverse cultural experience gained from studying in Sweden would would further her personal and professional growth. I am confident that Atineke will thrive academically and professionally in Sweden, and that the skills and insights gained from this experience will position her as a valuable asset in her future career endeavors. Right. So this thing I've read is in line with the work that I've done at my company. As I said, I worked as an HR person, right? And my company was an e-commerce company that enabled anyone to start an online business without investing any capital. So we're directly providing jobs for people and also alleviating poverty. So and I led projects in that regard. I initiated ideas. I I worked with people. I managed people, all of those things. So it's not just some abstract information, it was in line with what I have done at work. So you also have to think, okay, what have I done at work? How is this master's going to help me? As I said, the course you've chosen is not just because, oh, I just like the course, right? How is the course going to help you professionally? How is it going to, how is it contributing to the SDG goals, one of the SDG goals, right? And yeah, so basically, again, always link everything you're doing to SDGs because that's literally what, I'm not gonna lie, SI is about. So that is that. And now we go back to this page. So again, we've covered the CV, the work and leadership experience, and then two letters of references. So you see here, it says scan the letters and upload them to the application portal as one PDF file, right? So your references, the one from work, the one from maybe church or from an NGO or something, once you're done filling them, they should be in one PDF file, same as your work experience and leadership experience. See, let me highlight it. It's here. It says it should be uploaded as one PDF file, right? Then also for the scholarship, you also need to upload your passports, right? And then you'll be asked to write your motivation. For mine it was 1,000 characters. So I think my next video is going to be on motivation letter. I think I would also invite my friend. Also, you might be randomly selected to record a short video presentation. You must complete your application in English. Yeah, then scroll down again. So once it's time for okay, the date is even here. Our application portal will be open 10 February to 26 February, right? So if I come here and I open in a new tab, this is how it looks like. And then once the portal opens, you'll be able to sign in, register, you'll be able to do everything, right? So this is where you would apply this link right here.
So I hope that the the video was clear enough. I hope that I was able to answer like the questions that like you guys had about the forms, the templates, the required documents, the SI required document. I'm also just going to like say one thing. I feel like I always say it, like even during the course of this video, like read the instructions. Please like read all the instructions. Like even after like you see this video, go to the website, read all the instructions. Like everything I say here should be like it ought to be like an addition to what you've seen. I mean, what you've read, the information that you've gotten from the website. Do you understand? What I say is supposed to be like a guide. Like, oh, you've read the instruction, but like, oh, you need a first-hand experience from a previous awardee, or you need clarification, or you don't really understand. Do you understand? Read instructions. They are very important, and pay attention to details. They are very important, very very important. So yeah, so the next video I'm going to be making should be maybe next week or so. Yeah, and I would really love to to have my friend join. So as I said, to get like another person's, input aside from mine input. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope that um it was helpful basically. So before we go, I would really implore that you subscribe to my channel. Like, if you don't subscribe, if you don't put on the notification, how else will you get the tea? How else, right? You don't leave it to chance. You already have me here. So please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, and please share to your friends, share to people that you think are interested. Like the video, leave a comment. Yeah, and see you next time.